Alright, hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. Um, this is going to be our first upload on this channel. So yeah, I hope that everyone is well. And on this channel, we're going to be uploading a weekly analysis every Sunday. So we might pick, I think, about 2 to 3 pairs per week, which we will look at and try to predict what the trend might be in the coming week. So as blacklisted FX, we mainly focus on a strategy called the market maker strategy, and this strategy gives us an edge in the market by using what we call levels of consolidation and a few other things we look at, so that we get a directional bias of where the market might go to next. So I'll start by this pair, which is USDMXN. It's an exotic pair. So when we look at USDMXN, when we give an analysis on it, the directional bias will just be the same as for USD ZAR, because USD ZAR is also an exotic pair. So when we give an analysis on USDMXN or on USD ZAR, you just look for an entry on the other pair. So on USDMXN, we're going to use previous data or history so as to forecast what is going to happen next, or where we are in the market currently. So as we can see, for the past weeks, USDMXN has been in a downtrend. USDMXN has been bearish for the past weeks, right? So for us to know where we are and what to expect in the coming week, we are going to use this previous data to show us where we are. So as we can see, from the point where USDMXN started selling, right, we call it a peak formation high. So this is when a previous trend ended and a new trend began. So as we can see, before this highest point, we had sort of like an uptrend here. Then from this point, we started going down. So we will call this our peak formation high. So from there, in the market maker method, what we are looking for is 3 pushes to the downside or to the upside before we get a reversal. So on every push we get, there will be a consolidation, a push and a consolidation, a push and a consolidation, until we reach level 3. So from this peak formation high, there was one impulsive push to the downside and a consolidation or a correction. So this consolidation phase or correction phase, we will call it a level. So in this case, this will be our level 1 consolidation. As you can see, price, when the price went into this range, it just kept on bouncing up and down without leaving this range. So from here, price then broke out of this range and gave us another impulsive push to the downside. And after that, what did we get? We got a consolidation once again. So we'll mark this level, the consolidation is our level 2, because as you can see, price created its lows right here, then it did not break this low, it kept on bouncing up and down in this range. So this is going to be our level 2 consolidation. After that, what did we get? We got price breaking from this range, which is these support zones. It broke out of that range and gave us an impulsive move again, which is the third move to the downside, before we got another consolidation again. So we're going to mark this consolidation zone or ranging zone as our level 3. So seeing that we have 3 levels already of consolidation, it means that we are now expecting a reversal in the market. All right, so from this level 3, which we are going to call the peak formation low, we saw an impulsive move to the upside, meaning that we have started a new trend, and this one is a bullish trend. So we saw a very aggressive move to the upside, which created this high right here, and price came back down. What did price do after that? It opened with a gap on Monday because there was news during the weekend. I think it was last week. There was news. What news was it, by the way? I think Russia was given sanctions over the weekend. I'm not quite sure. I forgot. But price came down, went up, down, up, and it did not break this previous high right here, and it also maintained the support levels down there. So we'll call this phase a consolidation phase. And even after 1, 2, 3, 4 days of consolidation, it did not break the previous high, which is this one. So this whole thing right here is going to be a consolidation phase. So this is going to be our level 1 consolidation. Then after that, what did we see? Price broke out of this range then tested, went up again. We see a very aggressive, not quite aggressive, but there was an aggressive move on this day, which gave us which broke the previous high. So from here, we now expecting price to consolidate, give us a consolidation right here, or stop hunt people or retails from this zone. So the stop hunt, we're going to be expecting it to come maybe here on the 50 EMA, which is the blue moving average you're seeing right here. So the price might come back here, test this 50 EMA, which is also the previous resistance point, to create a new support, then continue going up. So not only are we expecting price to come back to the 50 EMA, but also on the 200 EMA as well. We might see price coming down to collect orders or stop hunting to the 200 EMA. So whenever one of these predictions happen, we are going to look for an entry point from those two zones and take our buy entries. Then next, we're going to look for another pair, which is GBP/USD. Oh yeah, this chart is very let me look for a cleaner chart. All right, H1. So as we had mentioned earlier, we use previous data to know where we are in the market, and to know what we might expect, so that when that happens, we just pull the trigger, get in the markets, get involved, and take what we take. So looking at GBP/USD, we see that it has been bearish for quite a long time now, and looking at the highest point, which we'll call a peak formation, we see that we have very clear levels right here. So this will be our peak formation, meaning that a peak means that a beginning of a new trend after a previous trend has ended. So this will be our peak formation high. Then from there, what do we see? A very aggressive move to the downside and a correction. This correction, we can also call it a consolidation or a pullback. So we mark the zone and call it level 1, right? After that, what do we see? It broke the previous support, another impulsive move to the downside, and gave us a pullback, right? This pullback, we are going to call it level 2. What happened after that pullback or consolidation? Price broke the previous support, which is right here. Price broke the support area, then gave us another impulsive move to the downside, giving us in total 3 pushes. The first one here, second one, and the third one. And this also will be our peak formation low or third consolidation. So after this happens, we will now be looking for a reversal. So what happened here is we can also mark these consolidations from this peak formation low. What did we have? We have one push, right? Then price started ranging on this area, so we can mark it as our level 1 consolidation. All right, then we had a second push to the upside, which gave us what? A consolidation phase right here. So we can mark this as our level 2, right? After that, what happened? We had a third push, and it marked our level 3. So after marking our level 3, what are we expecting? We're expecting a reversal. So after what happened here is price just kept on coming back to level 3. It did not move to begin a new trend. Price kept on coming to test the high of level 3. So this happened for about 3 weeks, I think. 3 weeks of ranging or 3 weeks of level 3. Then after that happened, we can clearly see that there was a very aggressive move which happened on Wednesday last week, and this move was about 330 pips. It was a 330 pips move, which was a very aggressive move, and I think this was triggered by the Russia and Ukraine news, the Russian invasion into the Ukrainian land. So, or again, what do we expect after seeing such price action? We expect price to consolidate or pull back after every aggressive move. So we're going to mark from the point where price pulled back, and after marking this point, we have to touch these 2 previous support zones. So after marking this, we are going to call it our level 1 consolidation. What happened after the level 1 consolidation? Price broke out of that range and gave us a move. It was also an impulsive move though, but it gave us a few candles which ran out of the level 1 consolidation. So we are now expecting price to give us another consolidation, right? Then the third push to the downside before we expect a reversal. So which points are we expecting price to stop hunt in this coming week? We're expecting price to maybe pull back up to the 50 EMA, which is going to be around this previous support zone. Then price continues with the bearish cycle. with the bearish trend. So it's either it's going to pull back to the 50 EMA or it might pull back to the 200 EMA before continuing with the downtrend. So as for today, as for this week, I think we just going to look at these two pairs, then see how they'll play out. And if you found this information very valuable to you, please consider leaving a like and tell us what you think might happen on these two pairs down in the comment section. So yeah, have a very profitable week and trade safe.